Visage unanau Kesam kuma pesa. I don't want you to hug me, baby, I just want you to love me, love me, love me.
Let them hear.
Would you do this for me? Would you love me, baby? Would you do this for me? Would you kiss me, baby? Would you do this for me? Would you love me, baby? Would you do this for me? Would you kiss me, baby? Every time I'm feeling you, you feeling me. I want to take you, girl, somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Every time I think about you, what's the truth? What's the truth? The first time that I saw you in a magazine, I knew that you have the dream, but what I need from you is your love. It's your love. Would you do this for me? Would you love me, baby? Would you do this for me? Would you kiss me, baby? Would you do this for me? Would you love me, baby? Would you do this for me? Would you kiss me, baby? When I try to call you, don't pick, baby. Baby, when I try to text you, don't reply, baby. Baby, I really don't want you dirty. I want you in yo. Listen to me some more, baby. Listen to me some more.
Good evening to everyone who is viewing Northern Vibe Television. It is a brand new day. It is a brand new week. This is a Friday. And of course, we are back with the region's biggest entertainment show that premieres every single Friday on your different social media handle. This is the Northern Vibe. And in our tonight's segment, we will be doing the one-on-one celebrity gossips, where we have a lot of big stories that we shall be tackling, stories that are popping up in the world of entertainment. So all you need to do is simple, just be part of the show. My name is Verati, the Classic Man, and of course introducing the team that we shall be handling with our discussion for tonight. I do have got my co-host, that is MC Romano. What's up?
I'm okay. How are you doing, Verati?
I'm fine, and you?
Me, I'm good. How has been the week?
So superb, with a lot of cracking stories that we shall be analyzing, you know?
But today I believe it is bigger because there are a lot of trending stories on that we have to handle and, analyze as individuals, and I know it's going to be a blast. Whoever is watching, just keep it calm. Stay tuned to the show.
Okay, fine. That's MC Romano for you. We have a first-timer in the show, and he is a guest, a talent manager, and also has been a little bit of a very, very influential figure in the entertainment industry. Straight out of West Nile Avenue Entertainment, I do have got the manager, that is Ochora Alexin.
Yes, good evening, Verati. Good evening, all the viewers. Thanks for hosting me today for the first time on Northern Vibes.
Okay, fine. We have a lot of big stories, cracking stories, entertaining stories, and we shall be tackling the local entertainment industry. Remember, this is the Northern Vibe show, a show that caters for entertainment from the northern part of the region and West Nile region. We have a lot of fun. We have a lot of entertainment, quality music spiced up in one show for you. We shall be premiering in a fresh video, Okur Mu Dennis Beloved, and the song is called Not a Slave. The video directed by Premier Films and, of course, Acro Films, Makbul Ibrahim and Warom Eric on that particular work. So we shall be premiering in that video. So tune into the show, and we have a lot and much more that will be coming your way, courtesy of this particular entertainment program that is called the Northern Vibe. Verati, Romano, and Lexin. What else do you expect? Total entertainment, because entertainment trio in the house tonight. Northern Vibe, don't move away.
In love with Maria. Done it all, deep production. Hey, wake it up, Maria. Angeya balwani. Wake it up, Maria. Angeya balwani. Iweka dom jamu suma jungera ya wiya peja mama nikaniya. I got no answer, baby. I got no answer. Pangajeli kende. Avutikenda double bed madi. Why is this happening to me? Avutikenda double bed madi. Piranga opinya kimre kumenia. Ambeku answer, baby. Ambeku answer.
Okay, welcome back from the music break. We are still in the house and we got a lot and much more that is set to come your way. Northern Vibe Television. And the segment is the one-on-one celebrity gossips. And let's get straight away to the first topic that we shall be analyzing in the house. The artists are from Nebi District. The artists are from Nebi District that formed the SACCO. Okay, they have formed a SACCO. I'm made to know they did a little bit of lobbying. So they have started up a SACCO. And there are about 30 artists that are members of that particular SACCO. And of course, we are made to know the SACCO is, meant to better the standards of living for the artist. And at times, there could be a little bit of a problem where the artist can run over to the SACCO and you borrow, you refund, you get loan, and so forth and so forth and so forth. Now, Bushboy King, or Bushy King if you like, he is the chairman of the Nebi District Music Artist Association SACCO. And the vice is GZ128. And there is also Astrolifa, who is the secretary. And then the treasurer is Elton Loverboy. Now, we shall be taking a look at the importance. Do you think this SACCO will add a little bit of, will improve the well-being of the musicians within the district? That is the big question. And starting it over with my brother, that is MC Romano, the artist from Nebi, forming in a SACCO. What do you think would be the impact, the positive and the negative effect of the SACCO to the well-being of the artists?
All right, forming that SACCO, I must first of all say it's a very good initiative. And I want to begin by appreciating those who have been behind this struggle. But however, there is a point of critique. There is one that we call the Uganda Music Association, something like that, that gathers the whole of Ugandan music artists and stuff. But now there is a challenge, issues to do with money. And basing on the mere fact that when you look at the people who have been put in the top cabinet, these are established artists. Now, I would feel for equality, they would have also looked at people who are still upcoming, but they're in the industry. Why can't you, since Bushy, the king, is chairman, now GZ established also the vice, Astrolifa there, Elton, these are established artists. But we have artists like Mire, we have Kaga Boy.
They're not from Nebi District. Those guys are from Zombo District.
We have artists like Benike, talk about Jumake, and so many others, K Wallet, Lil Moon. We have quite a number of upcoming artists that I feel should have been good to have them on board, because sometimes for an artist like Jumake, he might have a point to express to these people, but he will fear. You look at that difference, that gap is too big. That is my own opinion.
Okay, I like that. Now, moving over to my brother Lexin, he's the manager of West Nile Avenue. And the boy, that is Jermaine J, the starlet signed under his label, he is also part of that particular SACCO. And to register and be a member in the SACCO, you have to pay 10,000 Ugandan shillings. And Lexin pulled the cash from the pocket and paid for Jermaine J to be part of that SACCO. What did you see? What do you think would be the benefit of the SACCO to your artist, that is Jermaine J, and to the entire label, that is West Nile Avenue?
Yes, first and foremost, Varate, I think that's the first ever initiative which I think the allure artists have come up with, because I think it's a sign of development. Because sometimes back, I think artists like they have been running their own program. Like an artist goes and do these shows, then come back with his own money, then he can do with any other thing he wants. But at the moment, there are no shows. That's one thing. If there are no shows, what other things can artists do? I think artists sat down, round table. I don't know how they started it. They discussed it. They come up with something. I think that's a positive development, because at the moment there are no shows. How can they still be visible? How can they be still doing something? And that's the only thing they can keep themselves busy, is by at least starting in something. So starting something like SACCO is not a bad idea. And SACCO, I'm quite sure, is going to help develop the artists, because most of our artists, variety, as we have put it, they are not having side business beside music. Almost 80% of the artists, they are not doing any other side business. Okay. So when you put in a structure like SACCO, for example, they'll be having that access of getting the loan. When you get a loan, you will have that idea of, if I get a loan, I must start up something. Because at the end of the day, I'll be tasked to pay with some interest. So if you are tasked to pay with an interest, that means you have to start up something. I think it's going to push the artist to at least come up with something developmental.
Fine. Now, remember when we talk about the SACCO, the news of the SACCO has been received with mixed feelings from most of the artists. And remember, producer Brayo, an established artist in the game, first registered in the SACCO, but later on he went and he picked back his money. 10,000, the amount of money that he registered with in the SACCO, he went and he picked it back. So meaning he has withdrawn himself completely from the SACCO. And then Lucky D refused totally to register himself in the SACCO. Is it because they are not involved in the big position, being the executives of the SACCO? And I'm made to know, when these guys were forming in the top positions, they said, who is going to be the treasurer? The person who will be the treasurer should be one that in case he issues the money, should be having an asset that they can grab. So they zeroed out. They found that Elton Loverboy has got a studio, and if he decided to shoot the money of the SACCO, then he might lose the studio, that is Tabits. So big artists are running away from the SACCO, maybe because they have not been involved in top position. Lucky D, not a member, he did not pay the affiliation fee. And then also, you talk about producer Brayo going to the secretary and picking back the money that he paid for registration. What is your take on this?
You see, truth be told, there was no democracy. That I am 100% sure. Because if the leaders were elected democratically, I would see no reason for Bushboy, for Lucky D withdrawing and Brayo withdrawing. That means they were not given proper facts about why the SACCO was being formed and the future benefits. You see, that is a reason why they have decided to, because someone like Lucky D and Brayo would they really move away from the SACCO if really they were told that the benefits are A, B, C, D.
Okay, fine. Now, before we get to another topic, maybe let's try to sum it up. What does the future hold for the SACCO? The artist SACCO, because these artists are supposed to go and borrow, and at times we've been hearing these artists are so stingy. At times they'll borrow and they'll refuse to pay back the loans. I don't. Maybe before you come in, let's first pick the view of Romano. What does the future hold for the SACCO?
As you said yourself, that already missed reactions. It is not long-lived, because imagine the SACCO has a project of has money worth 20 million, and the treasurer decides to go with that money worth 20 million, and the studio is valued at 8 million. Now, what next when he disappears with the money worth 20 million? Because people say, okay, because he has a studio, but what is the value of this studio in comparison to what we are going to put in?
Are you not trying to trust the treasurer?
It's not that I'm not trusting him, but when it comes to money, money is tricky. Yeah, regardless of how good you are, but when it comes to money, anything can happen. You may be forced to pick public money because of, some personal problems, and, you misuse it.
Okay, fine. Now, my brother MC Romano thinks the SACCO doesn't have big future, and probably is very skeptical about the treasurer. Now, Lexin, what is your view, having your artist in the SACCO? What does the future hold for this particular SACCO?
I think, Verity, from my own perspective, I think the artists were not fully sensitized. I think they just rush everything. they rush everything. They needed time whereby meeting, like they come to the ground, they sit down for a meeting, then they discuss, then they share. That thing was not there. I think they started posting that thing in social media. I was even surprised. I thought it's something someone was playing with. Then it became so serious at the time when I even called to confirm with the like of Elton, those of Elton explained to me. Then I became a bit convinced because I know the industry needs each other. The only way we can be together is by joining hands together and, forming SACCO group within the artist is a positive development already. So to me, the future looks bright if only the people who are involved handle it rightly. It's just, I trust the guys who are there because those are people at least, they have been in the industry for long. They have got the experience and I trust them. I know they can do something.
Now, let's entrust the likes of Bushi, the likes of Elton, the likes of Astro with money. But of course, we have a lot and much more. We will be following in that story. We shall be tackling it and we shall take a closer follow-up of that particular story. Now, we still, you're still locked to the Northern Vibe television, and the segment that we are dealing with is one-on-one gossips. Tune into the show. We shall be doing a little bit of a music, but of course, after the music break, we have a lot of big stories that we still shall be analyzing. Is it okay for talent managers to try and control the relationships of the artists that they are managing? That is going to be the next story that we shall be tackling. Don't move away from the different gadgets that you're using for accessing this particular program. Remember, on Facebook, we are at like the page Northern Vibe, and then on YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel that is at Northern Vibe. This is one entertainment show that feels like no any other, and it premieres every single Friday. Verratti, Romano, and Lexin. We shall be back.
It's the party. Baby nakupenda kudiweka donkenda. Deepan Production, Starboy Junior, Higher Level Entertainment. Pedi maju wacho ila mecho chilo kuchirungo pedi male gamloi mokobi wacho ni anyaku no malaya Yalo makingi ni achunya sawa cheketi ye peri Baby inu makingi ni achunya sawa cheketi ye peri Diwe chunya imonyo wada kudi moyo ngengeni ya walayo Gyal inre minyanga Baby inre minjoya Baby you're the only one
Baby, you're the only one.
Baby you're the only one
Oh, yeah, you me number one.
Kana kire magibi na kodo kulu kambo cha kudi wingi Echa judegi Kibe tupo kukindwa Nitibole manyanga Kane wacheni ya izaga Echa nango Iwacho peri nyengi giri para nyanga gira baby ini nyanga chalu chai kumajani Iwacho peri nyengi giri para nyanga gira baby ini njoya chalu chai kumajani Nitati miranga Kara ura mpinju degi Kato kingene ini para Jala teri kane Kara ura mpinju degi Kato kingene anaperi Gyal inre minyanga Baby inre minjoya Inre minyanga
Okay, welcome back from the music break. We are back into the house and it is just fun. It's just entertainment and information spiced up in one program. That is the one-on-one celebrity gossip on Northern Vibe Television. Now, maybe before we get into the next topic, the topic that we discussed earlier on, we tried tackling in the Nebi District Artist SACCO. And in the formation of the groups, coming up with a list of the artists that are part of the SACCO, the list were written by certain individuals. And then they said, okay, these people should pay 10,000 and they be part of the SACCO. No more, no less. Should be about 30 artists. That makes me a little bit skeptical. And also, the formation of the executive committee. I thought this artist would first sit down, they have a meeting, and then, you know, they organize a democratic election, and they say, maybe Bushi, you're going to be the vice chairman, and then they say maybe Elton Loverboy is going to be the chairman, or Yaso Boy is going to be the secretary, and something like that. But okay, fine, let's leave that story aside and we get to the next topic because time seems not to be our very good friend. The next topic that we are discussing is that is it fine for talent managers, for managers of artists to try and get into the relationships of the artist that they are managing and also control the relationship affairs of the artist that they are managing? There was a strange thing that happened in Arua about a fortnight ago where Tino Belize, an artist signed under Van Matic management, almost, you know, she clashed with the manager, that is Van Matic, because Tino Belize was dating in with a guy called Dukla, an artist in Arua, an upcoming artist in Arua was pushing out with Tino Belize. So when Van Matic got to learn about that particular relationship, she was extremely very bitter, you know, locking down Tino and starting to monitor her movement, and that caused a little bit of a problem in between Van Matic and Tino Belize. Though later on, they sat down and they resolved the whole issue, but the big topic is it right for a talent manager or for the manager of an artist to try and control or get himself into the relationship of the artist that they are managing, or he is managing, or she is managing? Let's move straight away to one talent manager that we have in the house, and that is my brother Alex Lexin, the manager of West Nile Avenue. Now, imagine if Jermaine J, the starlet, was pushing out with a girl or dating several girls. As a manager, what would you do? Would you get into the relationship and, you know, try to like advise, try to like to control the artist that you're managing?
Vrati, okay, being a talent manager, I think there are a lot of things you do for an artist. I think protecting the brand, that's number one. You know, when an artist goes out, mess out things, at the end of the day, everything will backfire on you. Like, put the example, like you're managing a female artist, like the Tino Belize saga, which you have been talking about. I think if Tino Belize like goes out, somehow he messed up, at the end of the day when like nudes start coming out, you know, those are things which are very normal in the industry, like leaking out the news of an artist. When those things start coming out, at the end of the day, they start blaming the manager, because when those things come out, there's one thing which it will cause. The artist will be demoralized. It will somehow sell the artist, but at some point of time, it's going to backfire. One way you can do that is by sitting down with the artist. I think you talk with the artist, you discuss, you share those kind of things, like, please look at this. I'm trying to protect your brand. So in the process of protecting your brand, I have to do this for you. Then the artist will understand, not like going all out to the media and, you know, showing all your frustration to the media that I'm not happy with this. I've ever done it with Elton. Like, you know, when we go out for shows, after the shows, immediately I make sure my artists come back, sleep in the room. Because after the shows, you know, the girls which have been in the shows, they will come out chasing the artists. You know, if you give them that access, that means in that process, you'll have issues. So to me, I always make sure my artists perform. After performing, you come back to the room. I make sure you are in the room so that you rest, because performance is like working. You know, you need to be protected. So after work, you need to rest so that you can plan for the next move.
Okay, fine. I like that argument from my brother, that is Alexin. MC Romano, you think it's right for a manager? You're a professional MC. And possibly I think you should be having a manager. You should be having someone who manages you. And would you feel very comfortable when the manager is getting himself into your relationship and telling you, you leave that girl, you date the other one, that one is not beautiful, something like that? Would you feel okay when your manager is trying to control everything to do with your relationship?
Now, Verati, let me make this point clear. Being in a stable and steady relationship is a talent. So when someone comes to manage your talent, he's grooming you to what he wants you to be. I must say there are those who are talented via playing ladies. There are those who are talented via playing men. Now, when you get someone who is coming on board and he's saying, I think, Romano, this is wrong. Do this. This will make you better. Because at the end of the day, as a public figure, you must mind of what the community thinks about you. Imagine Tina Belize, if, for example, she has access to a lot of men in town, Narua. Don't you think she has lost her public image of what people think about her?
That moral respect.
The moral respect. Imagine if I slept with maybe 100, maybe let's say 70% of the ladies in town for one night stand. How would I appear before the public? How would they look at me? Because you look at them as most of your exes and stuff. So I feel it is right when a talent manager comes to say, yes, you must do A, B, C, D. But I don't mean that he must prevent you from relationship. But the relationship must look responsible and bring a very good image before the public. That is my analysis.
Okay, fine. I think these guys have like a similar idea. They all agree that it is right for a talent manager to try and control the relationship of the artist or whatsoever they are managing, which I would also very much agree to. Because like when you have an artist, when the person you're managing is heartbroken, has got a problem in the relationship, that would also affect like when an artist is supposed to go and compose a song, you have to be very fresh in the mind, and you come up with something that can attract the public. But when you're heartbroken, when you're having a lot of confusion in your relationship, I think that can also affect the quality of the composition that you're coming out with to the public. Now, this is still the Northern Vibe Show, and of course, we are broadcasting live from the heart of Nebi Town. Guff Entertainment and Apartment Center is one of the proud sponsors, and also don't forget we are being powered by Premier Films and Photography. Are some of our top sponsors. Now let's do a little bit of music, let's do a little bit of entertainment, and then we shall be returning back with much more of the topics to digest. And still coming into the show, there is a big accusation from K Wallet, an artist that was formerly signed under my brother, that is Lexin. He said Lexin did completely nothing for him, and I think he called Lexin much more of like a con manager. So Lexin is a con manager. As you see him sitting right next to me here, he's a con manager. So it will be all up to him to try and defend himself later on during the course of the show. But don't move away. This is your #1 entertainment show that premieres every single Friday. It cutters across entertainment from northern part of Uganda and West Nile. We are on Facebook. Northern Vibe is our Facebook page. Got to like the page and you'll be part of the fun and entertainment that comes your way every single Friday. And also on YouTube, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. Verati the Classic Man, Lexin Manager, MC Romano. We still have a lot and much more to dissect in the entertainment industry. We'll be coming back. But a little bit of music first.
Bad man, me say straight from another land.
Yaga yaga,
Note my motherland.
lembenyai.
Them piece of God, the dance I'll kill again. Nani wala lani. Breeze beat on the
Raise
beat.
the wind at the musical Taliban.
International. Police international. Muma Wuli international. Them piece of God international.
One wati,
International.
teen wakelu.
International.
In newspaper check it.
International.
Raise the wind international.
Like that, just like that. Do it like her, bounce like that. Me say,
Like that, just like that. Do it like her, bounce like that. He said, I got the wild sham. Everybody wanna do it like me now. Pretenders pa dancehall. Uchoka cheni cheka udoka fula nywaki. Any style pa bembem. You don't go check a game yellow kuoka chida. From city to city, bad man me abandon, believe me. From Nebi to Ginger, bad man me abandon, believe me. I'm a well.
Listen to Shitufu, I am left for entertainment. A best man Banzo, yo. This year record, deep and production. And a Jaraway, cream me to wish you come and near Jaraway. Pegman, yo, and a Jaraway, cream me to Narawan near Jaraway, Kurwanga. And a Jaraway, cream me to wish you come and near Jaraway. Pegman, yo, and a Jaraway, cream me to Narawan near Jaraway, Kurwanga. Jali knock, ipe kuda size. It can design Jala 20 socks. Kanangi later, a query ku X. Yeni Ming in the Kadeku chance. In mathematics, they in Nangungo Max. Kadi science nange timo pare lost. Akuri kuda wiyo makelo yu ake class. Page ira work page chuma timi tax. Cream medo weta swag godogi kukwas. Bung dogi ling mara kili kumasas. Ina nong magwe jala chinyi venye ngas. Cream medo weta swag tumode kumakas. Apeku wasi was. Chalu polisi makoro to mabus. Nge ya tek kadi biri box. Windwanda mora mora kute bije box. Anda jara we. Cream to wishi kuma nge ya jara we. Peg man yo. Anda jara we. Cream to nyara man nge ya jara we. Kurwanga. Anda jara we. Cream to wishi kuma nge ya jara we. Peg man yo. Anda jara we. Cream to nyara man nge ya jara we. Kurwanga. Saperi tum talu soko pangoro. Idoko iramin gena tukusoro. Shono kana woto kudi nangi doro. Ati kumitab shifo muloro. Krimi to gamu ngech bet kuoro. Wi kumitala genu soro soro. Reisha kusho togi shalo bayoro. Tuko meni toko kwenye mitu kero. Kona ngeyo doni shako paro. Mi ana aya level yen shalo shero. Baby Juna met Perry Kero.
Okay, fine. We are back big and better with a lot of fun. The vibe is still on. We are pushing stronger and stronger up to the hour when we shall be pushing out of the studio up to the end. This is the Northern Vibe, and earlier on I told you that there is no any other vibe that feels like the Northern Vibe show. One-on-one celebrity gossips. We are getting to Lexin, and Romano has got something special for him. Let's go.
Now, you have been accused on media by K-Wallet. Living or living K-Wallet, I think you must defend yourself. Now, let's start from this point. They are saying you have not performed for the time you worked with K-Wallet. Yeah? Do you have any point of defense, or you feel what he expressed is fine? Because he said both the managers he has worked with, you and Cass, none of you has done any good job for him. It's like he has not been grateful, as if he made a mistake to work with the two of you. Now, because the way he expressed himself, it sounded like it was a mistake working with the both of you as talent managers. Now, good enough you're on the show. What do you have to say about this particular point that Kewale talked about?
You did not pay for songs for him to produce and do videos. You did not even help him market his songs. Defend yourself, my brother.
But first of all, I never wanted to talk about this topic because I just look at this as if something very baseless, because I know the Kewale I knew him way back when he was still a young kid. I think he hailed from Laji, exactly where I'm also coming from. He's a very talented artist. The biggest issue of Kewale has been his issue of discipline. I think that's the biggest issue. When I came to Kewale Music, when I started managing him, the first project I did with Kewale was Langeta. Kewale was a nobody. Honestly, he was a nobody. I picked him up because I saw some talent in him. So when I saw that talent in him, I decided to help him. He talked to me. I also shared that with him. Then I came out. I paid for a project like Langeta at a decent record. Nelly Cat's manager can even bear me witness. I paid to him. When I paid for the studio,
how much?
I paid 65,000. Then I added even again 15,000. Just like a bonus to make it like that work should be done so fast. Then the work was done. The work came out something of a quality. When the work came out, I laid out my strategies of marketing K-Wallet. I went to Rainbow FM, of which I contacted you. I talked with Variety, the classic man. You can even testify. When I contacted you, I said, I have an artist I'm going to be working with. Then that artist is called K-Wallet. This is a new project we have come out with. I need to help me market this boy. I went to Pakwach FM. That's Gaucho. I contacted Gaucho. We sat on a table together, round table. We discussed things on how to push the brand. And believe me or not, K-Wallet Music, Lat Langeta song was a big song. And it featured like for 2 months in the in the top 20 at Pakwach FM. Even it featured for 1.5 months in the top 20 for Rainbow FM. It featured even in the top 20 of Paida FM. If it wasn't a success, what kind of success do you guys want? I've done my part. I paid for the studio. I marketed him. The only thing which was lacking with K-Wallet was discipline.
Okay, fine. Now, maybe before we get to the next topic, because time seems not to be our best friend, you started working with K-Wallet, you left K-Wallet, you've managed Elton Loverboy, You left Elton Loverboy and now you formed your own label. I made to know you got into management around 2017-18. Which year?
Yeah. Okay, my journey to the music management was way back earlier, but okay, 2018. That's officially joining the industry.
Right now, about 3 years in the game because we are in 2020, 2018, 2019, and 2020. What has been your big achievement as a talent manager? Like something that you can brag about that, you know, I've been in the game, I've been a manager, I've managed this, and that artist, and these have been some of the achievements. Maybe just like 2-3 achievements before we get into the next topic.
My biggest achievement, I think I managed to do in the industry is managing Elton Loverboy, because managing a very big brand like that is not always very simple, and it's a dream for every manager to manage just kind of artist. And during my tenure, I think Elton was nominated in the Layer Lango. Then he won it, by the way. He was nominated in 2018. Yeah, then he also won it. So that's one achievement I can brag of, because he won it during my tenure when I was managing him.
You bought him that award?
No. It's not buying an award. You can't buy it. The quality of work which you do is the one which comes out good. So that's the first achievement. So the second achievement is, I think we managed to, after Twisky Fingers organizing the first ever concert in the land for an artist coming from the land, Alur land. Then later, Elton Loverboy, we sat down with Elton Loverboy. We organized a concert with Elton Loverboy. The first ever PDB Nega concert. It was my first project, and it is sold out. I think the show was a success because at the end of the day, Elton came out, opened up at least a recording studio. That's one of the success by the out of the shows. Starbiz came out of that.
Now, some light on that. I think we are confusing one thing. Most of the artists that have been doing successful events were doing concerts. Now, if I look critically in the Lul music industry, Eli was among the first artists to do an album launch that he does for more than one venue. And that was the time I think he was working with Lex in Pakwach, Nebi, Goli, Creamland, Paida, up to even Kampala. And that was one thing I would say, yes, album launch. That is where I say yes, Lexin worked.
Okay.
Yeah, that is my analysis.
You're trying to defend your man.
I am not trying to defend him, but I'm trying to be honest, because Bushi has been doing concerts. Luckily tried doing the bass concert. You saw what happened.
Okay. I think there are a lot of questions which are being, guys are asking that, you know, during my tenure, I think Elton didn't perform well. That one I want to rubbish that question, all those questions, because Elton performed well, because the only thing is Elton is trying to expand his market. If you have to see the quality of songs which are done under my tenure, like the Wachira, the Ameri, if you have to compare it, even though Piribi Nega was a big hit, if you have to compare, I think there's that quality.
A bit of
modern content, and you know, Elton is trying to sell himself beyond the Alu region. That's why now he's trying to mix those things.
Okay, fine. Now, that is it, Lexin manager, you know, trying to hit back and trying to react to a lot of criticisms that he has been getting, that Elton tried flopping under his management. And of course, we are still pushing on. We are getting to the last segment of the debate, and that is going to be a little bit interesting. The Uganda Communication Commission, that is UCC, came up with the strict rule governing entertainment. There are a couple of things. When an artist releases a song, that song must first be sent to the headquarters of the UCC in Kampala for vetting and verification. And if you've sung in Alur, you must first translate the song in English. And then they read through the lyrics and then they say, okay, fine, this song is good to go in the entertainment industry. If an artist is to organize a show, you first have to write to UCC, and then they permit you to organize the show. Even if you're doing the show in Goli, even if you're doing the show in Nebi or wherever, but you first have to write to UCC to get the permission so that you can do the show. So that is going to be a little of what we shall be tackling when we get back from the music break, and the implementation, whether that will work, whether it will not work, and a lot of things. I'll be getting the view of these dudes that I have in the house. But for now, we are getting into premiering in a very fine video, and that is Okormo Dennis Beloved. He is our boy from this side. At one point, he was nominated for the Rising Star Award, and he did scoop the award. And this video was shot in Arua, directed by our own boys, Makbul Ibrahim, and of course, none other than Warom Eric.
This morning I woke up from a dream that came to remind me about my past. A life of slavery to the flesh I used to live. Suddenly I remembered I am free, no longer bound to my past for the flesh is dead. I've been made new, redeemed and sanctified. I'm a child of God. Maybe now with the enemy I guess I could kulimba nti you're still a slave. Naye mukwano njagala ojjukire nti oli mwana wa Katonda. Akwagala, he took the weight and made you free to live again in his love. Only special, you a child of God. You're not a slave, you were an heir. Your past is gone, you've been made new. Jesus defeated the power of darkness. By his grace, you've been set free. You are not a slave, you a child of God. He became cast to bless you eternally. He became sin to make you his righteousness. The enemy no longer has power over you, child of God. You're no longer bound to any sin. You're no longer bound to your past. For when the sun sets you free, you're free indeed. A warning, ati mokupe mashopo wandinia, you're still a slave. Bilebenia, wanmungu umeri sana sana. Kuchinye so, akwagala, he took the weight and made you free to live again in his love. Only special, you a child of God. You're not a slave, you are an heir. Your past is gone, you've been made new. Jesus defeated the power of darkness. By his grace, you've been set free. You are not a slave. I'm not a slave, I am an heir. My past is gone, have been made new.
Okay, fine. I hope you guys are enjoying that video that we premiered in the show. By the way, we shall also be premiering in videos. If you release a nice video with quality content, you can contact us. You send it over and we premiere it for you in the Northern Vibe Show. So the song that has been playing is from Okormu Dennis Beloved, a quality video. And of course, we are getting back into the discussion and into the last segment. When an artist is organizing in a show, when you've done a song, even for a video director, when you're going to direct a video, you first have to write the script and you send it over to UCC. They look into it that, okay, fine, this is going to be what the director will put in the video, where the video will be taking place, who are the people who will be appearing in the video should all be included in the letter that you're writing over to UCC for them to verify and permit you to shoot the video. Now, this seems very interesting. The government coming to control the entertainment industry. Whether that will work, MC Romano always organized show. The traffic light party, is it the Kitenge party, and a lot of those events. You're supposed to write over to Kampala, to UCC, to get the permission for you to try and do the shows.
You see, that decision by UCC is a funny one because when you're organizing, for example, let's look at first events. You notify security, venue owners, and some other officials of the government. Now, when it comes to music, let's look at how many songs are recorded in a day.
Very good.
That's a key point. And how many recording studios do we have?
In the country.
And where is this place going to be? Must Deepan leave Nebi and go to Kampala for a song to be approved by UCC? Or must an artist move, or the manager? Now, working hours run from 8 up to 5 p.m. So ideally, I would not feel fine with that decision. Preferably, I would feel fine when they say, in case the song has immoral content, then the airwaves should be blocked from playing such songs. Let them go and control the media houses, but let them not go and come and control people down here. Because people get the music on the media. The websites, where they download them from, the TV stations, the radio stations, let them be sure of the content they put on, on their media platforms. And that is the best thing they can do, because if they must work on each and every song, if you had to ask Deepan how many songs they produce today, the number of songs, if they must all be verified, what about if the day for releasing the song is tomorrow? What about in case of technical problems? Then we are having challenges. That is my opinion, yes.
Fine. A great input there from the man that is MC Romano. Alexin, UCC set to get to control the entire entertainment business, the showbiz.
I think the industry is going to be affected greatly, because the industry, this is a sector which has employed almost 1 million of youth. Then with that kind of restriction variety, believe me, I think the emergency of new artists is going to be hard. I think the sector is going to be completely killed. I think there are ways the government can control that, but restricting, like for an artist to have a license to perform, to have a license, you need to have money. What about someone who doesn't have money? That means you have got the talent, you cannot show out the talent. So that's one thing. Like you are going to perform, like maybe you have been booked. After booking you, because you'll be able to go to perform. But now, before performing, you need to first go through processes. Like one shows alone, you'll sometimes be tempted to wait up to even a month to perform one show. But I think, to me, that thing is baseless, and it's not going to work. It's going to affect the industry so much.
Okay, fine. Now, the implementation. Lexin is doubting the implementation. He thinks it's not going to work, and it's going to have a negative impact on the entertainment industry. Romano, what is your take? The implementation. Do you think it would be able, like for the UCC or the government, to try and implement the laws that they have enforced on entertainment?
To me, I look at that as a failed project. And the backfire on the entertainment industry will be a very, very big one. That we must first say that there's upcoming talents are going to just perish like that. Because they may not afford that transport, that money that they're going to ask. Because I am 100% sure they're not going to verify these things for free. That is my opinion.
Okay, fine. Now, we shall be pushing out, and we are coming to finalize the show. Maybe before we move out of the studio, my brother Alexin, can you tell us a little about the West Nile Avenue? A lot of the people have been expecting the first song from your boy, that is Jermaine J, and the waiting has been too long. About 2-3 months ago, you confirmed Jermaine J, the starlet, as the first artist signed to the label, that is the West Nile Avenue. But the song has not been coming. Have you gone too broke to the extent that you cannot afford to pay a studio fare for the artist that you're managing?
But we are still studying the market, with the COVID-19 thing. You really need to study or reorganize yourself. People are expecting a lot of work from me, because after working with K-Wallet, a lot of criticism now coming to Elton Loverboy. There are issues also here and there, but still Elton has not complained, because he knows exactly what I've done for him. And the next step I made was to at least start in something like of my own. I need to at least help, these young artists. I see them there a lot, but no one helping them. So we have a lot of projects. We have like 3 songs which are ready, and we are planning to release one by this weekend, which is Saturday. And you'll expect a lot, because it's still a new label, a new artist. So now that in West Nile Avenue is going to move in the right direction.
Okay, maybe before we say bye-bye, before MC Romano speaks and we say bye-bye, you've mentioned a very good point. You said there is a lot of criticism. You've worked with MC Romano, a lot of criticism. You've worked with Elton, people are still talking. Why is it that people are over talking negative things about you?
No, Verati, the thing is, when I came to the industry, there are ways managers were operating. I came with a unique way of management.
How were the managers operating?
No, I can't talk that because I'm talking on my behalf. So I came with my own unique way. Because when I came into the system, I think I had already studied the system very well. So I needed at least to get in some success, of which, according to how we did things together with Elton, I think my last management was a very successful thing, a very successful one. So to me, coming out, like opening up a new label, I know very well that already I've studied the market and I'm ready for the challenge.
Okay, fine, Romano, we need to push out.
Yeah, we are running out of time, and of course we have to wind up with this particular episode. And what more can I say? Only one thing. Whoever is outside there and you have been watching the Northern Vibes show on Facebook, on YouTube, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. But of course, don't forget, man, there's something fresh, man. Something fresh, man.
Romano, the Lord Mayor.
Man,
I love the T-shirt.
Yeah, and of course, still get this T-shirt. You can hit my inbox at MC Romano, or as well get to me on WhatsApp, 784-929193. And of course, we connect. But from me to you, the Lord Mayor, MC Romano, peace and love. I sign out. Till next time, bye-bye.
Romano, the Lord Mayor. Some nice T-shirt. Okay, Alexin, chap, just in a second, last word, and then we call it a day with the show.
Yeah, thanks for hosting me for the first time. I think I'm honored to be here because it has been nice being with you guys, both Romano, MC Romano, then you, Verati, the classic man, and the entire team plus the viewers. Thanks for hosting me. Bye-bye. Love you guys.
Okay, fine. Now, it has been interesting, it has been entertaining, it has been fun having you guys glued to this big entertainment show that is called Northern Vibe, premieres every single Friday. And this particular segment is called the celebrity, the one-on-one celebrity gossips, okay? We have a lot and much more. Subscribe to the YouTube channel at Northern Vibe. And also got to follow us on Facebook. We are Northern Vibes, Northern VYBZ. That is the vibes. Like the page, and then you'll be part of the fun and entertainment that comes your way every single Friday. We are pushing out. We are signing out. Thanks a lot for being part of this particular entertainment. To our strong viewers, to the strong followers, we are extremely very grateful. May the Almighty God bless you. Till we link up again next Friday. From MC Romano, from Lexin Manager, and the VIP man, the classic man, we are saying bye-bye till we meet again next Friday. Thanks a lot. Keep it Northern Vibes.